Have you ever felt like you've been at a disadvantage in sports or video games because of money? Well, today I will tell you why I believe video games are more pay to win than they have ever been before. To preview my main points and what I will be talking about today is how companies can take advantage of their players and make them buy stuff, how this can make people not want to play games anymore, and how not all microtransactions are pay to win transactions. For my first main point, I want to talk about an article from PaceBaseMagazine.com, and it tells me that there's incentives and items in games that give players an advantage. This pretty much says that you can buy things like weapons in a shooter or players in a sports game, and you have advantage over players. Obviously, this is not always good for games. It can be bad, which we'll talk about later, but it's everywhere. Pretty much any game you'll see has it, and it's just there. Sometimes you have to deal with it. But now that you know how companies can take advantage of players and make them buy things, let's talk about how this can drive players away and make them not want to play games anymore. So for my next point, I don't have an exact source, but a bunch of YouTube videos and YouTubers that I watch have not been happy with the game MLB The Show. This is Major League Baseball game from SDS, which is San Diego Studios. This game has in the past been one of the most sought after, loved game because of its free to play aspect. You could get the best players, the best teams by just simply playing the game. You didn't have to spend money, you didn't have to put in your credit card information, and it was always good. This year you could tell that SDS has gone more of the pay to win route, and there's more packs and stubs, which is the in-game currency, to buy these players and get the good teams where you have to pay them. You have to put your money in the game to get a good result. Obviously, a lot of people are not happy with this. This is driving a lot of players away from the game. A lot of people are dropping the game, uninstalling it. It's leaving a sour taste in players' mouth. And you have seen a dip in player count this year than you have ever been before. So now that you know how the effects of pay to win can be bad and detrimental to games, let's look at the other side of them. Fortnite is a great example. An article from howtogeek.com tells me that in Fortnite you can buy cosmetics. It's not pay to win. It doesn't give you a gameplay advantage. You don't have an advantage over players. Whoever is the best is the best. There's no advantage. In Fortnite you can buy skins, dances, emotes, stickers, whatever. If you're a Star Wars fan, you could buy a Star Wars skin. You're happy, the company makes money. It's both ways. And the other games we're talking about, just the company makes money, and if you don't buy stuff, then you're not happy, okay? So Fortnite's a great example of how you can have microtransactions, but not for them to not be pay to win. Excuse me. So now, to review my main points, what we talked about. How games can take advantage of you and make you pay money. How players can not be happy with this and not play games anymore. And the other side of microtransactions, how there are not being pay-to-win transactions. To restate my thesis, I told you why I believe video games are more pay-to-win than have ever been before and why it's not a good thing. So in conclusion, I hope you can see the negative side of pay-to-win transactions and how they can affect players' experiences and thoughts on video games and the whole gaming community around them. Thank you.